Look, man, if you do jiu-jitsu, if you're starting jiu-jitsu, if you've been doing jiu-jitsu, if you grapple at all, I know at some point you've had to deal with some back pain. Upper back, lower back, strained back, slip disc. With what we do in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the rolling around, the grappling, the getting folded up, just all the positions, it just can cause some issues with your back. My name is Rad. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I own Rad Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, guys, I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for 12 years. And through that time, initially, I didn't have a lot of back pain in the beginning. But as time went on, it developed. And once it developed, it was consistent. And like anyone else, I tried a lot of modalities or methods to try to mitigate it and eliminate it. I have a lot of friends, a lot of professors that had these intricate or sometimes simplistic yoga routines that they would do to keep their back strong. I know other teammates who consistently just went to yoga classes once a week. Now, those are smart things to do. I probably should be doing those things. I had a very good physical therapist. I've had very good chiropractors, massage therapist. Then you've got cryotherapy. I've tried all these things. Then after I had to cut all those kind of cost, or just didn't really have the time to go to all those people. And then I actually started getting gadgets or pieces of equipment that were coming out on the market, a Right or a Psoas machines and a specific kind of rollers. Those things did help as well. And I've done a lot of videos on how I've attempted to, again, lessen my back pain and try to get rid of it. I'll throw some links up maybe in the description, but I still do a lot of those things. But all those things that I've mentioned, which are quite a few, only seem to give me temporary relief. Either the back pain is still there, it's just not as bad, or it's gone away for a little bit and it comes back. So what is this thing that I've discovered? Well, on a whim, I was doing this video and I came across this video from the Pioneer about dead hangs or passive hangs. And I never considered the benefit of those. So I did a challenge where I basically hung for 7 minutes a day for 7 days to see what kind of benefits I would get from it. I'm not going to rehash that whole video. I'll put a link up here and you can go watch it, but there's a lot of great benefits to doing that. In that video though, I mentioned that I didn't see benefits to my back. I actually developed pain in my back in that first 7 days. And that's what I covered in that video. But as I continued to do the dead hangs every day, dropping it down to 5 minutes, now I say every day, but I basically do a dead hang 5 times a week for 5 minutes. So 5 days a week for 5 minutes. And after continuing on, after that initial 7 days I did for the video, the back pain I had went away. And my back pain has really stayed away. Here and there, if I get folded in certain positions, if I sleep a certain way, that seems to be when my back hurts the most, is when I wake up in the morning. But it seems to I'm able to just come in and hang and get rid of the pain. And I'll be fine for the rest of the day. I think that initial week of pain was, as I'm hanging, my back is aligning. And so in doing that, decompressing, it's causing my muscles that have been tense and in weird position and tightened on in a spine that's not fully lined up or tight. I think it caused inflammation. It was basically realigning my back, and that's painful. But once it was set and I was being consistent with the dead hangs or the passive hangs, then inflammation was able to come down and my back feels great. So what exactly am I talking about when I say a dead hang or a passive hang? Now, I'm going to share with you the different grips because I started with one specific grip, okay? But different grips hit different parts of your back. So let's talk about that. But ultimately, the passive hang or dead hang, when you start out, you want to keep your feet on the ground. You probably won't have the strength to just pick up your feet and completely hang. But if you do, have at it. So you want to start close. I always use all 5 fingers, but sometimes I put my thumb in there just to work on my grip strength. So you put them close together and you just hang. Now my feet are still on the ground. When you get strong with this hang or comfortable as time goes on, you'll be able to take your feet off the ground. Now a close grip like that will get further up your back, so it'll get up towards the top. A standard, where my shoulders are grip, is what I usually do. Again, just let everything fall down. My shoulders go up right next to my ears. and you just hang. Again, if you're able to take your feet off the ground, great. If you can't, then just keep your feet on the ground, or maybe one, but eventually you can get to this point. And then one more is about here. I don't go super wide, just a little bit wider. Again, just passive, let everything drop. Now, I mentioned that I learned more as I continued to do the passive hang. Once my video went up, which is doing pretty well, I was getting a lot of suggestions in the comments. So to the people who made suggestions in the comments, thank you. But a couple people gave me some pretty good advice. One person was saying that to really help my back, my head position's a factor. So all the research I did was all about keeping your head basically lined with your spine, lined with your shoulders. I did notice that I would get a different kind of stretch if I cocked my head back. But another person told me to tilt my head forward and my ribs forward, and that would help my back more. So I did try that, and I did feel some gains there, so I do that as well. So again, you can hold your head center, you can tilt it back, that's going to arch your spine a little bit. And then of course, put your head forward and your ribs cage forward. That seems to hit my lower back. So you've got two types of grips with your hands. You've got all 5 fingers. You've got gripping with your thumb around the bar. And that's another benefit from a jiu-jitsu or grappling standpoint, is that you gain grip strength from doing this. Then you have your 3 hand placements, right? Very narrow shoulder width, and then just a little bit outside of shoulder width. You've got passive, where everything drops. And now the last thing we're talking about is an active hang. So an active hang is you get your grip set, and then you pull your head out of your shoulders, and then you keep your core tight, and you're basically engaging your lats, but your head is out of the, you're not hanging. You're not like this, right? You're here. So you're engaging your upper body and your core, and everything's tight. So that's an active hang. So you want to do both of those, a passive and an active hang. The last grip I don't do consistently, but I do it from time to time if I feel like I'm just not quite getting what I need, or I'm not getting the spot I need. Here is just a one-handed hang. Okay, again, feet on the ground, maybe 1 foot. I've not been able to hang one-handed with my feet off the ground. Now that one seems to really just more on the shoulder rehab side and the biceps and wrists. Beyond just helping with your back pain, or damn near eliminating it, the benefits are so much. Most people actually do a dead hang or a passive hang for shoulder rehab. And that worked for me too. Shoulder injuries, from grappling, I was dealing with a strained bicep head that was really impacting my shoulder, where I couldn't pick my hand up past here. So grappling was really difficult. I was dealing with a lot of wrist pain. I was having to tape up my wrist when I grappled. Just getting older and just straining and doing all this strenuous combat. I don't just do jiu-jitsu, I do Muay Thai, I'm actively sparring and grappling consistently, I have my strength conditioning routine, I put my body through a lot. Somehow, doing these dead hangs helps me recover almost my entire upper body. No more wrist pain. I had pain in my elbows for a while from grabbing chokes too hard or something. I started to get pain back here and pain here on my bicep. That went away. Shoulder pain, gone. Back pain, gone. They come back from time to time. I just stay consistent with the hangs. Make sure I'm including other type of recovery modalities. But man, I feel like I've found this magic trick. And in that, I wanted to share it. So give it a shot, guys, and see if it really can help your anything you're dealing with. So I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please be sure to like and subscribe and give us some love, and we'll keep this thing going. Remember, train smart and work hard, and I'll see you in the next video.